Hey, what's going on? Welcome to a beautiful summer day. I wasn't going to film anything until this weekend, but I have some really great and exciting news. You know what it is. The pool. Oh my god, it's happening. It's it's recovering. Nature is healing. It's not nature, it's chemicals. But I'm super excited because while it's not perfect by any stretch, it is recovering. It's blue, which is a huge improvement because it was green. It was green, swampy soup. And it is still cloudy. It's still cloudy. Like, this is not clear, obviously, we can't you can see we can't see to the bottom, we can't see the ladder, but I'm just so happy that it's improving. And I don't know, there is something weird going on though. I will say, this has been a tough year for the pool. Very, very tough. Once you get algae, it is very hard to recover. Oh my god. I'm telling you, like, I mentioned this before, but I have to stand in the shade. When I first got this pool, I had no idea what I was doing. And like most pool places, if you purchase a pool from them and they come to your house and install the pool, they will do this kind of like little training or pool 101 tutorial, whatever, with you and teach you what to do. What is this thing? How does it work? What should I never do? These are important things. But the pool company I bought with, they just came, put this in, and were like, see you later, and walked away. And I was like, I've had to literally like Google and learn everything online or from the pool place I go to now where I get my chemicals tested and where I buy everything from. They are like a godsend. They're so great there. And like there's things that you can never do that you should not do. And if no one tells you, oh, never do that, like, how would you know? I made a lot of mistakes the first summer I had this pool. This is my third summer with the pool. It's funny because last summer was really hot and algae really grows a lot in the heat, and I didn't have an algae problem last summer. This year I've had this algae problem. I've been battling it for like a month now, and it got bad, and then I fixed it and recovered, and then we had a rainstorm last week, and it was just all horrible again. I'm laughing. I laugh because like my obsession with this pool is like cuckoo, right? I don't know. Just like your own body, right? You know when you feel sick, and you know when your throat is sore, and you know when you have a stuffy nose. I know when my pool is not well. I know, pool, it's okay. I'm going to take care of you. It's gonna be alright. I'm gonna fix you. I know you are not okay right now. Hey, what's going on? I'm back outside. Gonna check on the pool again. This is now a pool maintenance channel. Oh my god, I can't. Look at this. I turned it around. I did it. I turned it around. This was hard work. This was really hard work. I also want to show these. I showed my impatiens a couple videos back, and they were like new and small, and now look at them. It's been raining a lot out here, so the pool started getting wonky back. Oh yeah, this is wet. I can't sit in that. The pool started getting wonky in July, and green and cloudy. First it started being cloudy, then it started being green. And I bet I can't sit in this chair either, right? Everything's wet out here. And it took me 3 weeks to turn it around. 3 weeks of chemicals, vacuuming, going to the pool store, testing, whatever. But I got it turned around. I got it blue, I got it clear, and then it was clear for like 4 or 5 days, and then we got a rainstorm, and literally in 1 or 2 days it was back to being green, but worse than ever, worse than it was the first time. And but this time I got it turned around, and it didn't take me 3 weeks. This took me like 1 week, really, like maybe even 6 days. So that's great. I know I like talk about this pool a lot, and I sound obsessed with it. I probably am obsessed with it. It's like my major hobby in the summer is I have like gardening, I have the plants, and I have the pool. I spend a lot of time on it. And I'm actually going to be sad when we close it, because there's going to be a big void in my life that I am used to coming out here a couple times a day, checking on the pool, checking on whatever. And yeah, but we do have to close it soon. It sounds early, but some people keep theirs open later. But we're under like this tree here, and there's a certain timing to when the acorns are going to start to fall, and then after that the leaves are going to start to fall. And so I've learned over a couple summers now, having this, like, what the timing is and when it's time to shut it down, before the acorns really start. Anyway, so I moved my daughter into college today. Today was the day we did it. We drove her up to her college, unpacked her, helped her, whatever, and now I'm back home and she's not here. It's weird. I wasn't like sad or emotional or anything like that. Like, everyone I know in my life is like, oh, how are you? Are you okay? Are you crying? Are you sad? And I'm not crying. And I'm not even really sad. I mean, I'm kind of like sentimental about it, and it's made me think a lot over the past couple days about like memories and time and her life and her childhood and how fast it's all gone. And you know, when you have a little kid and they're going to preschool, everyone tells you like it goes so fast, or even like when they get into elementary school and middle school, and it does. I'm telling you, it does. Like, to me, this has gone so fast. But like 10 years in my life is like nothing, you know. To her, 10 years is half her life. To me, it's the equivalent of like 1 year, you know. to her, I suppose. Yeah. Anyway, so I wasn't sad. I didn't cry. We were a little sentimental. It was hard to leave. It just felt weird to leave. It just felt weird. And but I'm excited for her. I'm really excited for her. I loved college. I have so many good memories of college. It was just a blast. It was so fun. It was really awesome time in my life. I loved it, and I'm so excited for her that she's going to have this experience and be able to do this. And I like totally want to like live vicariously through her. Like, they had this QR code on the door where you can like scan it, and it takes you to the name of her dorm. Has their own Instagram page where they post, like, you know, like, I don't know, what is it, what would I call that, like morale stuff, like pep rally type stuff, like exciting events going on, just to kind of get up like dorm spirit or whatever. So I totally like scan the QR code and join it. Like, I'm joining it. I mean, I'm not gonna be that parent that's all like, you know, inserting myself and everything, but I am totally gonna like love and enjoy seeing all the things that she's doing. And it's super fun and exciting. And yeah, it's just gonna be weird to not talk to her every day. Like, right now we talk every day. Everything she does, she comes home and tells me what she did, and we're having conversations like all the time, constantly, all day. And that's gonna be weird to go from knowing every single waking moment of her life to not. I know. I really am excited though. So yeah, so this has been like, it was a long day too. Like, we drove up and came back in the same day, and it was a lot. It was fun though. It was raining. That was the other thing. You know, having to park far, walk up to the dorm, rain. And my other daughter's on crutches right now, so it was like, yeah, it would have been nicer if it was like a beautiful sunny day like all the other times we went to visit it. But it was cool. It was really fun. It was fun. It was a good day. Good day. Hey, good morning. I am back. It's Sunday. Happy weekend. I'm out here doing my check-in with the pool this morning, and it's way better. It's a lot better. This is pretty cool. Really excited that I got this all fixed. It's basically almost 100% back to normal now. It's still a little bit cloudy, but this is fine to go in. I would go in the pool like this. I hope that's not too loud. I have the filter on. I just wanted to show a couple things here because I've been talking about like cleaning the pool and the pool so much. So basically, these are the couple of things that you want to look for. So when I come out here every day, every morning, the first thing I do is like clean this out. You can even tell looking at this how much better it is. When the pool was full of algae and the water was green, it even looked green in here. Like, that's how bad it was. So usually I empty this, gonna turn the filter off, pull that out, tap it out, put it back in, then turn the filter back on. I like to just check out how everything's doing over here. I've shown this before, but like this is the inside basket, and there is stuff in there, so there are things that get through, but once things get in there, they're in there for the season. I don't open this. I don't have like the strength to turn this and turn it back, so I don't do this myself. I just can't do it. And so when they close the pool, they will open that out and clean that all off, and then that gets put away for the winter, and then we start again the next year. But mid-season, I don't open this. It will gush water. It's very hard to turn this and then seal it back. I just physically can't do it, so I don't. And then this is the filter over here. So yeah, I have it set to filter. Vacuum to waste, always winterize and close. I don't use that. That's for when they close the pool. Down here is backwash. Recirculate. I never use that. I don't know in what instance I would use that. And then rinse obviously is like, you know, the final step. And then this is my dial here, which has a little bit of condensation on it, but I just did want to show this. So right now, you can't really see the numbers that well, but it's hovering right around between 10 and 20. It's usually like around 15 is where my dial sits. So you want the pressure to be around 10 or 15. You don't want it to get too high. Once it starts getting to be like 18 or 20, that's too high. 10 and under 10 is too low. So, but the number isn't really what's important. What's important is that you know what your filter number is and what yours runs at, so that if it looks too high or too low at any given time, you know something's wrong. So mine is typically right around 15, maybe 16, and that way when I come over here and I see if it's closer to 20, I know something's wrong. If I see if it's closer to 10, I know something's wrong. The number on my gauge that means it's normal is usually around 15. Now other people, maybe their number is closer to 10 and that's their normal. You just want to know your baseline, so that when it gets off the baseline, you can like react and figure out what's going on. And then this is my sight glass, which I've mentioned before. It does have some sand in it right now. Here, a kind of weird thing is and this is where I attach the hose when I'm vacuuming to waste. Now, if I don't have the hose on, this will just spurt out water all over the yard in like literally like a fire hydrant type of situation. So I started using the hose because it was like literally flooding the yard, and I'm very close to my neighbors, as you can see, and there was a period of time where my neighbor was doing landscaping and they had mulch out in their driveway, and I started sending water down, and it was washing away their mulch, and I felt really bad. Anyway, so I don't do it that way anymore. Now I use the hose. But I will say, when the hose is attached and I run backwash, more sand collects in there. If I take the hose off and run backwash, there's no sand. Now I don't know why that is. I don't know if there's some kind of like weird reverse suction pull thing happening when I have the hose attached and there's sand inside the hose that's getting sucked back in. I don't know the physics of it, but there is something about having the hose attached that does cause weird things to happen. Because one night I left the hose attached and went to bed, And I don't even think that the filter was running. I think it was completely off, but the pool, the level of the water drained. And I thought that was kind of weird to, you know, the jet. So those are just a couple of interesting things. I've been learning as I go with this pool. I mean, honestly, I started out knowing zero. I'm not saying I know everything. I don't. I know maybe like if there was a bank of knowledge about pools that equaled 100%, I might know maybe like 35% at this point in time. But when I got the pool, I knew 0%. So I've learned a lot. I'm still learning as I go. What happened this week with the algae and last month, actually all summer basically. Here's my takeaways from this. I never got algae this bad before until this summer. And my takeaway is this: once you get algae, you got to get ahead of it. You got to immediately start with the anti-algae. Don't wait. Don't be like, oh, let me see what happens, or let me wait a couple days or whatever. You got to start right away. In fact, I'm adding anti-algae to my weekly maintenance. I didn't used to do algae as part of an anti-algae or a backup or algicide, whatever. I didn't have that as part of my weekly maintenance. I'm adding it as part of my weekly maintenance. I might do 2 ounces every week. And another couple things I think is, I just think I'm in a place here, the environment of where this is located, it's going to be prone to algae. I have a lot of trees over me. A couple other things I noticed was this: the back of my house, I noticed it has like algae. I mean, right when it needs to be power washed, when your house siding needs to be power washed, and it gets that green stuff, that's from trees. And that is only happening right here on this side where the pool is and the trees. That doesn't happen to my siding on other parts of my house. And also another weird thing I noticed is this fence, which is new, my neighbors put up. Okay, if you go down here, right, and look what happens as I walk closer to the pool. Now, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's mold, it's black, could be mold, could be algae. I mean, are algae and mold the same? I don't know. Bacteria, what have you. They grill over there, so that could just be like smoke from their grill. But it is kind of interesting, I think, that these things are happening right where the pool is. So if there's algae and it's getting on the house and my siding is turning green, and if there's something going on the fence where it's turning black, this is all whatever's that in the environment or in the air that's making that happen, it's going in the pool as well. This is just a theory. I mean, if you look over here, this is the same fence. It's not happening over here, you know. So I'm also gonna see if I can find somebody. Here we go. Ready? I'm also gonna see if I can find somebody to power wash that part of my house. I think I can probably find somebody easily on Nextdoor or whatever that can do that. So yeah, so that's the update. Yeah, I could fall asleep right here. Sometimes I bring a pillow out here, and I do like get myself super comfy with my book and everything. It's nice. Yes, I'm gonna end it here. A lot of pool talk this week, a lot of discussion about the pool, and yeah, it's good though. Yeah, we're gonna be closing it soon, but I'm hoping I still get a couple of good pool days. I want to go in a couple more times at least before the end of the summer and enjoy it. The other key takeaway I learned from all of this week was I had put 2 gallons of shock in, and then I was disappointed the next day that it wasn't like clear overnight. So it doesn't happen overnight. It took like 5 days. And just be patient, because it's not going to happen overnight. Like I was coming out here, oh, it's been 6 hours, what's changed? And it's not going to change in 6 hours. It took about 5 or 6 days to change, and just be patient with it. So that was my other takeaway. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. Enjoy, and I'll check you later. Bye.